lot of people don't even know what it means. It's funny, people used to say, oh, it's all in your head. Exactly, it all is in my head. It's going to be in my head and it's going to have flow-on effects to how I perceive and communicate with the rest of the world. And people think that it's just something you can snap out of. It took me a long time to accept that this is my lived reality. I'm not just going to be able to take a pill and miraculously get better. And I think that the seed of stigma is ignorance. It's also affected, I guess, initially how much I was willing to ask for in my plan. I've had to learn to actually fight for what I need and not view it as some sort of optional extra. I wanted to live independently. I wanted to be able to live on my own. And I certainly know that at the time I was in my early 20s and my mother's not going to be around forever, God bless her. I wanted to become independent the same way that any other young adult wants to be able to live independently. I wanted to complete the university degree that I finished last year. I wanted to look for work and I wanted to continue seeing my therapist and not being massively out of pocket every year as a result of psychosis and trauma that I certainly didn't cause. And even if I did cause it, who am I to not deserve those services? If you don't give me what I need, I'll appeal or I'll put in a review. I have the double whammy, or rather the double advantage of being both a person with lived experience and a professional in the field itself. I've learnt a lot over the last 4 or 5 years. And I think things are going to improve. And the great thing about the NDIS now is that we as consumers can say, well, actually, I don't want to go with that service. I want to control my own funding. I want to hire this person that I already know to be my support worker. I want to go with the therapist that I already have. And I don't need to go where you tell me. So it's not perfect, but it's certainly an improvement on what we already have. But it's not about them, it's about us. Anyone who's considering applying, to make sure that you have all your paperwork in order and make sure your treating professionals are very familiar with the kind of language that they need to use in their documents and reports in order to get you included. I would recommend that they talk to other people with psychosocial disability who have applied. There are some great Facebook groups and resources out there that people can talk to other people or look at. And also to, when you do get accepted, plan ahead for your planning meeting. Don't just go in there not knowing what you want, not knowing what your goals are, and not knowing what you might be entitled to, because if you do that, you're not going to get what you need and what you deserve.